we're good. Okay, now what are we doing? So I'll continue doing Moses comics. It's really kind of stressful. It's work. I don't care if I do a bad one. I should care. Failure's not an option. So earlier today, it looked like Gary Kasparov was he was talking about American chess players, and he said they trained their whole life for it, and what if there are miracle competitions now that God talks to the world? You get international miracle competitions. You can't cheat. You can't cheat. I guess you might try. See what happens. So you have to do a comic and then get a response. Do whatever you want. If you have a better way to get a response, the best miracle wins. International. They killed they had a death match in the Bible. Whoever lit the fire won, and they killed the priests of the other side. Elijah. Oh, let's see this. Okay, now go. I could add if this is what we do all the time, we could add support. Okay, now I'm not done. I'm not done. Okay. We have standards. I don't remember. It was 75, the number. 74, 75. Damn. I'm a perfectionist. Bad memory. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're about to get our reward. The entry for the American Miracle Competition. Hold on a second. 81. Oh, that's not good. 77, yeah. It's 2 less than 75. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we get our numbers. Which site do you want to use? You want to use, let's do radioactive. We'll get some radioactive numbers. Radioactive. Okay. All your nukes belong to me. I can set off your nukes. 96030. 96030. Or we could drop a big bang on top of you. Nukes? No, we don't play with nukes. We play with big bangs. Okay, what do we got? What do we got here? You brought a nuke to a big bang fight. And they that have believing masters, let them not despise them, because they are brethren, but rather do them service, because they are faithful and beloved partakers of the benefit. These things teach and exhort. If any man teacheth otherwise, and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Jesus Christ, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, and doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmisings, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself. But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. Okay. Oh shit. So okay. I guess that's not very satisfying. You can see it's relevant, just God is not so immature as to play our little game. We can try again. Let's do some more. let's get the radio, get some inspiration for our Moses comic. God doesn't always play our little game.
Tap the screen to support what you'll be listening to next. Wherever you browse on our site, the audio continues uninterrupted.
International Miracle Competition.
And now Chelsea Handler. I think that hurts in terms of building buzz for their shows, particularly if they don't do other things to try and build buzz out in the culture about what they're doing. Well, that's NPR's TV critic Eric Jennings. Eric, it's always great to talk with you. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me. Here now is a production of NPR and WBUR in association with the BBC World Service. I'm Megan Chakrabarty. I'm Robin Young, and if you're on Long Island and you happen to pass by one of the military cemeteries there and the grave site of Floyd Jones Young's salute just let me know. Here and Now comes from Bicon. For 30 years, providing the worldwide dental community with the Bicon Dental Implant System, a comprehensive short dental implant solution for compromised or missing teeth. Case studies and videos are available at bicon.com. I'm Megan Chakrabarty. Rock Creek Park in Washington, D.C. was one of the earliest additions to the National Park Service. It was also the site of an important Civil War battle. Abraham Lincoln was at Fort Stevens, and Confederate sharpshooters are said to have taken shots at him. We'll visit Rock Creek Park next time on Here and Now.
Pew, pew, pew. Okay, I don't normally do this part of the story. Not that that would really matter if he's being followed. Well, okay, 75, 79, 75. Now we do, what? Oh, okay, yeah, spray me a minute. Oh, let's do interpretation. What? Control L. Tree branch. Okay. Let's nuke them. Let's. Sorry, Dad. What? Nuke them. 4, 3, 2, 1, 8. Four, 3, 2, 1, 8. Nuke them. Yeah, I changed it, didn't I? I don't know. Hold on a second here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then called Esther for Hattich, one of the king's chamberlains, whom he had appointed to attend upon her, and gave him a commandment to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was. So Hattich went forth to Mordecai unto the street of the city, which was before the king's gate. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of money that Haman had promised to pay the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them. He also gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to show it unto Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she go in unto the king and make supplication unto him, and to make request before him for her people. And Hattich came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. I guess I have to give an interpretation. Okay. Scoot. Let's.
Tap the screen to support what you'll be listening to next. Wherever you browse on our site, the audio continues uninterrupted. And for those conventions to start, it's so specious for Bernie Sanders to keep insisting that he's going to beat Donald Trump in the general, because no one's ready to love on him. There's been no negative campaigning against Bernie Sanders. No one knows anything amiss about him. And boy, when those Republicans go after Bernie Sanders, there's going to be nothing left. Do you agree? I mean, look, he had some trouble with the delegate count, but he's right about those national polls, although is Julie right, but of course he's doing well now because he hasn't been really torn at. Well, he's been torn at a little bit, but I'm going to say this. the sky that you just don't know where he's coming from. And that's the fascination for so many about him, and yet it's also the consternation of people like Hillary Clinton. And, Donald Trump loves it because what it really does, basically for him is hype him up, especially when you have this controversy about this thrown out or alleged issue of a debate between Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump. So, and it also makes Hillary look very bad that she's not even included in the equation. So they just basically...
Let's get a Nobel Prize. Was his daughter? Damn it. Okay, now, Is that spelled wrong? Damn it. Let's see. -8. 75 minus 8. 3. Okay. Main menu. Hello, bird. Color. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, the timeline is a little messed up, but who cares? If God gives credit, it's good enough. You want to nuke them? Let's nuke them. Or do you want to, let's do quantum vacuum fluctuation. We're getting our Nobel Prize. Quantum vacuum fluctuations. And for my next Nobel Prize, we will do quantum vacuum fluctuations. Uh, 95946. I crack jokes. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren, the elder women as mothers, the younger as sisters, with all purity. Honor widows that are widows indeed. But if any widow have children or nephews, let them learn first to show piety at home and to requite their parents, for that is good and acceptable before God. Now she that is a widow indeed and desolate trusteth in God, and continueth in supplication and prayer day and night. Okay, do you think I need to explain it? It's pretty clear, but if there's stupid people, young people, how about we get an English major intern? It's explaining jokes is really not fun. It gets worse than that. Explaining, if you just do tongues, it's not very much fun to explain it. It's not fun at all. I hate it. So, towel heads, it's cosmetic surgery, cosmetic enhancement. Towel heads. Okay. Can we, what other, so what else we got? This is, what is the source of this? Random.org. The Hotbit service is an excellent example. Another suitable physical phenomena is atmospheric noise, which is quite easy to pick up with a normal radio. This is the approach used by random.org. You could also use background noise from an office or laboratory. You'll have to watch out for patterns. The fan from your computer might contribute to the background noise. So we can do radio noise. That doesn't sound very exciting, but we can get a Nobel Prize for ghost radio. What do you say? How about we just do it? Just do it. Oh. Genius Dawkins wants to know. Mr. Genius Dawkins. 18898. Apple of his eye. As an eagle stirreth up her nest, fluttereth over her young, spreadeth abroad her wings, taketh them, beareth them on her wings, so the Lord did lead him, and there was no strange God with him. And made he him ride on the high places of the earth, that they might eat the increase of the fields. He made them to suck honey out of the rock, and oil out of the flinty rock, butter of kine, and milk of sheep, with fat of lambs and rams, of the bread of Bashan, and goats with the fat of kidneys of wheat. And thou didst drink the pure blood of the grape. But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxen fat. Thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook God, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, with abominations provoked they him to anger. You know where he lives. Go after him, not me. Nuke him. What else? What does he want to know? Oh, he says the nerve in the he says the nerve in the God does not like criticism. He says the nerve in the giraffe is a bad design. Ouch, that wicked fucker. He should die. Okay. That's the only thing. That's you just crossed the line. That's not cool. That is not cool.
We forget that sometimes they're not perfect and there are imperfections. The imperfections are very revealing because they are guys, you are so dead. And the accident they were made design. There's a nerve called the recurrent laryngeal, which runs from the brain and its end organ is the larynx. You think it just goes straight there, but in the human, what it does is goes down into the chest, loops on one of the main structures in the chest, then goes straight back up again. Obviously a ridiculous detail. No engineer would ever go to the state like that.
Oh, you are so dead. 5-0 to 9. Okay, this is I think this is quantum number. Whatever. 88542. Which one is it? And devout men carried Stephen to his burial and made great lamentation over him. As for Saul, he made havoc of the church, entering into every house and hailing men and women, committing them to prison. Therefore they that were scattered abroad went everywhere, preaching the word. Then Philip went down to the city of Samaria and preached Christ unto them. And the people with one accord gave heed unto those things which Philip spake, hearing and seeing the miracles which he did. For unclean spirits, crying with loud voice, came out of many that were possessed with them, and many taken with palsies and that were lame were healed. This is not a debate. Let's see if I got it. This is not a debate. Okay, let's do a miracle. What else we got? Vacuum. This is exotic particles, antiparticles. Vacuum fluctuations. What do we got? 64434. 64434. 64434. Wicked. The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he hath done it, and until he hath performed the intent of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it. At the same time, saith the Lord. At the same time, saith the Lord, will I be the God of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus saith the Lord, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, even Israel, when I went to cause him to rest. The Lord hath appeared of old unto me, saying, Ye have loved thee, I have loved thee with an everlasting love, therefore with loving kindness have I drawn thee. Again I will build thee, and thou shalt be built, O Virgin of Israel. Thou shalt again be adorned with thy tabrets, and shalt go forth in the dances of them that make merry. Puppy. I have a puppy. I don't like that bird. Puppy. Okay, more physics. Oh, this nigger dies. This retard nigger dies. Find his take names. Fuck you. What is the temple tax? The temple tax, that's the question. The temple tax. Where can we find? Let's go. This ought to be. This is hilarious. This is the funniest thing ever. My favorite. I'm not very. I was kind of a retard. I was. I'm not deaf anymore. But oh, this is funny. This is kind of how I was. No, you can. I better do. Homo sapiens. God doesn't give you time of day. You see, the reason it's funny is because this. better let God talk. Fix it. God doesn't like that. You fix it. 21342. Parasites into their hand and slew them in Bezek 10,000 men. They found Adon Bezek, the Bezek, and they fought against him, and they slew the Canaanites and the Perizzites, and Abizek fled, and they pursued after him and caught him and cut off his thumbs of his great toes, and his great toes. And Adian Bezek said, 70 kings have their thumbs and great toes cut off. Gather their meat under my table, as I have done, so God hath requited me, for they brought him to Jerusalem, and there he died. And the children of Judah had fought against Jerusalem, and had taken it, and smitten it with the edge of the sword, and set the city on fire. And afterward the children of Judah went down to fight against the Canaanites. Hello, puppy. He wants out. I wish Dawkins had some more quotes. This is the funniest thing ever. Nuke him. Where's the nukes? Four, three, 8. Oops. 4, 3, 8. And seal it with the king's ring, for the writing which is written in the king's name and sealed with the king's ring may no man reverse. Then were the king's scribes called at that time in the 3rd month, that is the month Sivan, on the 23 day thereof, and it was written according to all that Mordecai commanded unto the Jews, and unto the lieutenants and the deputies and rulers of provinces which are from India, Ethiopia, 127 provinces, unto every province according to the writing thereof, and every people after their language, to the Jews according to their writing and according to their language. And he wrote in the king Ahasuerus' name, and sealed it with the king's ring, and sent letters by post on horseback and riders, mules, camels, young dromedaries, wherein the king granted the Jews which were in every city to gather themselves together and to stand for their life, to destroy, to slay, to cause to perish all the powers of the people of province that would assault them, both little ones and women, and take the spoil of them for a prey upon one day in all the provinces of King Ahasuerus. God told the CIA to restore his level of respect. I suggest immediately changing BCE, CE, AD, BC. Immediately. Okay. God likes China. Apparently. Except, oh. Shit, I can get I did this once and I got copyright problems. Damn. that did quite a lot. I hate when that happens. Then my whole video gets ruined. I know it's an acronym. It's an anachronism, I know, but it's funny. The question is, do I have to? Do I care? I like the nuke. 87311. 87311. Thou hast given me for thine, for they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee, Holy Father, keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those who thou givest me I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled. And now come I to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I prayed that thou shouldst take them out of the world. Hey. You know what? You need a language to communicate. For a while I had sensations that I got hallucinatory tactile sensations, and I had a language of a couple hundred words. And as I was walking around homeless camps and stuff, as I was thinking, I would get communication from God. I never heard voices or saw hallucinations, but I did have tactile. I don't think they care. Anyway, what if you, any random, so here's the deal. Any random number God can communicate, can control. In the early days, they made idols, and they thought God was, if they were rolling dice, they thought God was the dice. Then, in Jesus' day, maybe he was doing tongues, or I want to try taking Swiss cheese and putting it on a page of text. Swiss cheese on a page of text. If I were in prison, that's what I would do. Swiss cheese on a page of text. And so Jesus thought God was in him and he was in God, because God can puppet. Now, my interpretation is God can do forces from another dimension. God lives in another dimension and he can do forces. He can do whatever he damn well feels like. Either that or it's Leibniz and he planned everything at the beginning of time. Anyway, so if he can control vacuum fluctuations of antiparticles and nuclear decay, and pretty much everything else, if he can do that, then we don't really have to say he lives inside of us. Come on, God doesn't live inside of us. He simply, it's like Scotty in the transporter beam. He doesn't live in us. And Sigmund Freud thought that angels were parts of the brain. Well, he's a big because why would you have this huge intellect and it would not be used for your conscience, for your conscious? It's a hell of a lot more. If it's that brilliant, why the fuck wouldn't you use it for your conscious survival? It's fucking ridiculous. Of course, anybody who thinks you use 10% of your brain is fucking insane. That's the most silliest fucking stupidity. It's angels. Once we confirm angels, you can stop thinking you're a genius. You can stop thinking you're a genius every time you get lucky. I get lucky, and it's not me doing it. I hate that fucker. Sigmund Freud is one of the most destructive fuckers in all of history. I don't like psychology. Fuck that. So where are we going here? Joy, Vegas pet drama breaks him up, pass on to you. Hey Mikey, he likes it. Bizarre driving, don't mention it stuff. It grieves me. QED, Gary Kasparov, baffling. Merry Christmas. Not in my wildest dreams. Wife, dad, far out, man. No more fun astrophysics. I'm done. Little buddy. Failure's not an option. Smart cursing to infinity and beyond. Putin, these scans are defective. Why do I put up with this? Oh, well, this won't be a copyright problem. Angels and psychologists. Okay. Have you been informed of God? Trump is not very pious. Of God. This I thought Russia was all atheist, lazy scum. But look at this.
Lazy Marxist scum. You know what? CIA,
I want to have a talk with you, CIA.
many sleep aids have pain medicine, but Zequel is different. Because why would you take a pain medicine when all you want is good sleep? Zequel, a non-habit forming sleep aid that's not for pain, just for sleep. CIA, we have to have a talk. Wir sind auf den Franzosen und Stich auf Stahlstoff vor. Der Feind operiert jetzt am nördlichen Stadtrand zwischen Frohnau und Pankow und im Osten ist der Feind bis zur Linie Lichtenberg, Marsdorf, Karlshaus gelangt. Und genau halb Steinhaus. CIA. I should break it. I should break it. Why do we have faggot rights? Why do we?
What else? We would be very angry with the CIA for their strategic blunders. Why are we pro-faggots? Son of a bitch, CIA. You are a fucking retard. CIA, we have to have a talk. Obama and the atheist CIA wake up each day and ask, how can we fuck God today? I know, we'll make nuns perform abortions. We'll make homos dance naked in Russian churches in front of old church ladies. Isn't that hilarious? We'll make a complete mockery of marriage. After all, don't have fathers, and that's not fair. My wife Michelle wants there to be no cupcakes for school birthdays because of single moms. We'll make God hated just for pedophiles and crazy insane Santa. We'll drink fetus soup with the Queen and celebrate the end of births. We'll make having children pedophilic. We'll make every 5-year-old African girl learn how to put on a condom. We'll make churches no longer tax exempt. Giggle. We'll make all the conservative sons into liberal atheist homos. Giggle. We'll bring in Mexicans to ensure democratic votes. We'll make whites have no children because they covet money. So you can imagine a Hitler speech. CIA. How did we get up? How did we get so? love Go Ahead and Make My Day, Line Guppy. How about, okay, so marriage is a little bit, I don't know. Zoot, clever, not good, bigot. Joy, glam, rubbish. You owe me, heads I win, tails you lose. Waste weight, so let it be done. Gaslight, you hoser. Application, I'm gonna smack someone. Yawn, make America great again. You don't like it. I love you. I'm impressed. These kids are defective. In a galaxy far, far away. Church, talk to my lawyer. Oh, this, god damn it. What the? This is fucked.
What the fuck? Hi, I'm Father Roderick, and I am about to see the new trailer for Star Wars 7. I can't wait. I'm gonna put my headphones on. And here we go. I'm so excited. Ooh. New music. Tatooine? Oh wow, an X-Wing fighter, and holy cow!
Just a little tip. God doesn't like other gods. Did you make a universe? Not that there was this one commercial where it showed a woman putting ketchup on a hot dog, and it said dumb, 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 like all these things that were kind of dumb. So, yeah, God doesn't like pets. That's kind of dumb, dumb, dumb. I have a. So, Linus, Carmack, and I are all born pretty close to the same time. Linus and I are like a month apart. I think Carmack's like 6 months younger. The three amigos. I don't know. We're similar in that, well, anyway. Okay, I'm going to talk about the flight simulator. It's in the games directory. It's called Eagle Dive, and it's an 8-core flight simulator. It's a little bit loud. Where's the, here's the code. Fill triangle. There's one other thing, and that's the compiler. But, anyway, I should probably tell them how many triangles I do. It's probably good, I would imagine. I don't know. I don't benchmark. Okay, here's what we have is when I was in high school, every programmer could make a game. The nice thing was it seemed like you could make a professional game that would sell. That's probably underestimating. Well, anyway, today, art. Well, I hired an artist for $3,000 worth of art, and art is half the game. More than half the game. Art is a huge part of the game. Have you ever tried to make art? So our goal is just for lack of a. I did hymns. Did you see the hymns that I did? It's pretty much the same thing as art. Pretty much the same thing as video games. This is what I have in mind. Adults can make hymns, and kids can do video games. So these are a bunch of programs that are there is nobody comes near being as good for this application. This is the best you could hope for. It has support for linking into the Bible. It has support for it's awesome. It is incredibly good at these little hymn things. It's really good at that. I made in my games directory, there's about 20 games in here. There's another 5 or 6 in the applications. It's really good at what it does. So ask Carmack, what would you rather do, program a 6502 or play first-person shooters? Do you really enjoy playing first-person shooters? What do you want your son to do? What would you rather have him do, program a 6502 or play first-person shooters? White people like to program. It's okay if blacks don't like to program, but there's some evil fuckers who don't want anybody programming. So we're not results oriented. We've already set 640 by 480. That gets rid of gore and sex. So it's kind of it kind of brings you back to innocence, and it also lowers the bar so that everybody can do art. You really didn't want high color. Trust me, you don't want high color. If you're making a game, that's not what you want to do all day. You don't want to do that all day. You'll thank me. You'll be very happy that you don't. Okay, I'm going to do something. When I was I did this the other day. I'm pretty warmed up. I'm gonna blow your mind. When I was in 8th grade, I did a line draw where I calculated the slope and did. I had 8 bits of fraction, and I had a slope that I added. Now, there's a standard line algorithm, but as a matter of fact, I think it results in more branches. If you just add a slope, there's no branch, and branches are what screws things up. So I think mine is actually superior. You have one divide to find the slope, but divide is less expensive nowadays. And then you have clean, no branch additions. Anyway, let's make a Oh, let's just do PXY. We're going to make a triangle fill. Triangle fill. This will blow your mind. The average programmer is too late. The average programmer cannot do this. It's just algebra, 8th grade algebra. But, well, let's do this float just for, we have a really non-technical audience. Okay, so let's try and visualize this, okay? So this is my source code. So we're going to assume a certain configuration of the triangle is going to be like this. Okay. Oh, you know what? We don't have to be. Oh, okay. That's. Who cares? Okay. Okay, so that's our configuration. So, we have a left side and a right side. So we say left slope, right slope. Left slope equals, it's rise over run. But as a matter of fact, we want to go, here's what the plan is. We are going to start at the top and go down 1 pixel Y every loop. We want to start at the top and go down 1 pixel Y every loop. So we say, so so that means we want the change in X. It's actually the inverse slope. We'll call it, let's call it the change in X. So P2X minus P1X divided by P2Y minus P1Y. That's the left side, and the right side is equal to P3X minus P1X divided by P3Y minus P1Y. So this is for the first part. You can see it changes. So F64Y for Y equals P1Y Y. It increases down. So Y less than or equal to P2Y Y plus plus. And then let's do GR line. This is the best. I measure an API by how many lines of code it takes to put graphics on the screen. That's not the only measure. That's for our purposes, that's the measure. Okay. As a matter of fact, well, hold on a second here. I screwed up. we are going to I'm going to blow your mind. Okay. Okay. Well, not input pointer left button. Well, not input pointer left button yield. Then we do P1X equals input pointer position X P1Y input pointer position Y. The mouse can be accessed with global variables. Is that cool or what? There's one. Does that blow your mind? You can access with messages if you enjoy that. Actually, that's normal. You do. Okay, so we say P1. Oh, we say we have a left and a right. That we call that derivative. D left, D right, and then we have left X, right X. Left X equals P. Left X. Okay, draw a line from left X, Y, right X, Y. Okay, let's start with this. And then we say left X plus equals D left, right X plus equals D right. Okay, and then we say get char DC fill is how you clear it. What's your malfunction? P2. Oh, left X. We want P1X. Right X equals P1X. Okay, so click, click, click. Okay, we want to draw GR circle, comma, then we say P1X, P1Y, comma 5. So this will blow your fucking mind. Okay, so click, click, click. Okay, so now we have to do the bottom half. So left, the derivative of the left is P3x minus P2x divided by P3y minus P2y. The right is the same. I'll even leave it like that. And the left and the right are the same, but this goes from P2y to P3y. Is this, I don't know if I did it. There, I did it. I did a triangle fill. Did that blow your mind? So let's analyze this. How can we optimize this? Well, we can use integers. We can use, we have 64-bit integers. We can add, we can use 32 bits of fraction and 32 bits of integer. That's what I do. And this does not use the normal line. I think everybody does it this way. Once you have to deal with the z, you need to do the z. You calculate the slope along z, and then you. It's not very hard. So not even the glorious Carmack can do much about this. So here's my fill triangle. I tried to document the orientation of the points. There's a lot of different configurations. So for example, so you can have it like that. You can have it like that. You can have it like what's the obvious one? You can have it like this. Some of these are not. You have to work out all the combinations. Anyway, so there's 3 categories, and you have to first you have to put them in order. Otherwise, it's anyway. So here's what we want. We want John Carmack's son to be able to look at this if he wants to. We want everything transparent. We don't want anything in the GPU. We're not results oriented. God already said 640 by 480. I did mine with integer fixed point. It's not the simplest, but in the old days, integer was a lot faster. It's still faster. But anyway. What? So, what was I doing? So, I was listening to the other room. Sometimes it coincides with what I'm doing. You want to get God to kick your ass? Kick your fucking ass. Kick his ass, God. This looks. We're keeping it simple. I did, so Carmack wants to, so you have some ideas for Castle. So, this is for your kid. So there's graphics and source code. It's not just ASCII. A lot of people don't like that concept. Anyway, so these are dither, probability dither is what I call it. You have you have two colors, and you have a probability. You have a threshold, and then you just pick a random probability for each pixel every time it refreshes. So the random number has to be fast. The results. Now, if you want to stabilize, then use the same seed. Use the same seed. So you can see how those don't. It wasn't. I can show you with and without the seed. I think this is the one that's the issue. Buzz is like a drug or something. Anyway, so so here's the deal. I set a limit of 100,000 lines of code, and today we have 80,000. The demos and applications don't count towards the total. So if Carmack has some ideas, the mighty Carmack, he can't compete with divine intellect. If you get stuck, you can talk to God. I said we had God on tap. Somebody took that. The CIA took that phrase because the CIA is just imagine Hitler saying, "Why are we fighting God, you fucking..." How did we get on the other side of God? You know, Christians against Muslims, I could handle that. I'm not real comfortable with atheists against Muslims. I'm not real. That's not the flag I like to fight under. Not that they. What the fuck, CIA? Why are we fighting under the flag of atheism? That's kind of fucked. Not that we're losing. Let's see what God says. We are making fun of crazy sand niggers. So, just to let you know where we stand, the CPU usage is based on the number of pixels. It's not really triangles, it's pixels. And so, you might think 640 by 480 is easy. Well, I don't know what, you know, if I did something, if you can do better. We're just drawing triangles, polygon triangles. We're not, that's not at all optimal like Doom. Doom was clever. This is not clever. This is what you want to give your kid if he's going to spend a week on it. But your kid is not in a position to optimize basically, my impression of graphics optimization is my impression of writing a graphics engine. It's this tedious shit times 10. This is the triangle fill, and you have once you have a concept of what you're doing, it's tedious. You have to work out all the cases, and it's 8th grade algebra, but it's tedious. And I would think 99% of programmers could not write a triangle fill. I could be wrong. You know, sometimes I get exposed to the stupid people. Some people are driving cars. They're not the stupid ones. There are smart people like me. I just don't hang out with them very much. I hang out at I don't know. I don't. Where are all the Linux driver people and stuff like that? These people are. This is OS dev. Anyway, so I know there are smart people somewhere. I just don't know where they are. If you can write a triangle fill, you're not a retard. It's 8th grade algebra. Anyway, it's work. A lot of people are probably going, wow, that's simple, but damn, that's a lot of work. Exactly. That's the one thing I know about Carmack, is that boy has done a lot of tedious stuff. Because I think that I did I'll tell you an application I did. Okay, where is this? I don't remember where it is. Let's see. Oh, it's not there. That's not where it is. Okay. It's old. When, I guess. So I made a 3-axis milling machine with stepper motors back in 1997, and I made a CAD cam it's been see. So I made a CAD cam I want to show you the ultimate in tedious. This is what I did back in 1996. This is the ultimate in tedious. What I did is okay. So you can control the view angle. Oops, that's the wrong thing. This is the ultimate in tedious. So what I did is I have imagine you have a surface that you're looking down on, and it's made of triangles, and every point has it's a function. Every point has one z value. So every point has one z value. So you can make you can't make two surface. Anyway, so I did this by figuring out all the cases of triangle intersections. So if you have two triangles and you place one on top of the other, how many does it break into? It breaks into sub-triangle, it breaks into pieces. So if you go through each triangle and break it into pieces by sub-triangles, and this is a z, this is a, the algorithm is unacceptable. I don't know how to make this clever, but anyway, it looks great on a modern computer, but back in '96, boy, it was. So it also crashes. It has some bugs. So this is what I did. I'm making a video. What do you? Oh, okay. So anyway, that took true grit. That was tedious as hell. And I imagine Carmack has done quite a bit of tedious stuff. I think that the one thing that boy is not is lazy. That boy is not lazy. So I did integers, and one of the fundamental. What are you doing, dog? Anyway, that had some. It had some glitches where tiny triangles would get buried, and then the Dremel tool would dive deep into the surface to catch a triangle. Deep into the surface to catch a triangle. I have the source to that. I wrote it. I don't know why you're. Didn't you see me do a triangle fill? Are you impressed? I'll bet you're a nigger. The person who accused me of. If you didn't think I wrote it, you're probably a nigger because you can't imagine doing it yourself. I told you how it's done. It's triangles intersecting each other. Just. Didn't I tell you how it's done? That's not how you want to do it today with memory. You want a depth buffer. But actually, you still need a concept of a. I don't know how. I don't know what professionals use, but you probably benefit from a symbolic definition of a triangle. You can't. A depth buffer is not what you want a lot of the time. You need the symbolic definition of the triangle. I know that some some people add solids and subtract solids. If you're using a depth buffer, it's easy, but if you're doing symbolic adding and subtracting, that's some tedious stuff. So the CIA does not want smart people. They want that makes them nervous. They want to obfuscate, and they don't want that in the public. Triangle fill, that makes them nervous. They're evil. They're okay. I'm gonna take a break and get some food. Go to sleep.